Hi everybody, I have a little junk journal to show you. I'm pretty much done with it. I think I have a few pieces of extra papers to add to it to tuck into some of the tuck spots or maybe some tags and a little bit of stamping to do, but other than that it's pretty much done. This one is already sold, so if you're interested in a similar one, let me know down below in the comments and I will make another one for you. This one is pretty chunky. It was really fun to make. This way is 5.5, or excuse me, 5 by 6.5, and I used just the packing paper that comes with product, and I wrinkled it up and I Mod Podged it down, let it dry, and then I put another coat over the top of it. And then I did some distress inking. I used vintage photo on top of that, but it stays on, so it looks pretty good. This is a burlap flower that I got from Michael's, and this is a little metal butterfly that, where is it? I got these from an Etsy shop out of China, and I just glued that into the center there. And underneath this, I don't know if you can see it very well, is some gold colored, I don't know what you call it. I guess it's kind of a lace kind of thing, but it's like organza lace. I don't know, it's a little bit different. There are 5 signatures in it, and then on the back you can see the lace a little bit better. It's really pretty. And this here, the natural color here, is just a natural linen ribbon that I used, and then I used another metal medallion that I think I got it at the same Etsy store or eBay, can't remember, from China. And they aren't very expensive. You get a whole bunch of them. But they are metal, very thin. You can cut them if you want, but they are metal. And then this is a Tim Holtz chain. And excuse me, these are cutouts. I used the Tim Holtz tiny tabs and tags die, I think, and used the plastic, clear plastic packaging that comes with stuff that the dies come in. And so I cut those out, and then I used the designer scrapbook paper and inked the edges, or I used, sorry, getting ahead of myself, I used a 1-inch punch to cut the circles out, and then I inked it up with vintage photo, and then I used Elmer's no wrinkle rubber cement to glue them on. And once that dries, then all the extra can just be rubbed off, and it just looks real nice and clean. And I thought it was a cute way to decorate this up. This one right here is from a paper bag, and this is from a book page from an 1898 book that was falling apart. So I cut that out and inked it up. So this is going for this. This will be used by a teenager. So anyway, we can go inside, and it does stay closed on its own. I was proud of myself. It was starting to do the alligator thing, but I tried to keep my embellishments as flat as I could so it wouldn't spring open. Oh, and the inside I used more of the packing paper, and I just used the Mod Podge, and it did really good. I don't have any problems with it cracking or splitting this time. The paper that I used is Die Cuts with a View Floral Fair Stack, and a lot of tea-dyed paper, and some Southworth linen resume ivory colored paper. Here is a layered, I can't think what it's called, Spellbinders die So I used 3 different sizes for that. And then I made a little pocket here, and I didn't put anything in it because I didn't want to cover this up. And the pages that I embellished are the scrapbook papers. I left the tea-dyed paper plain so that it could be used for journaling on. So I just used a little button punch. I think it's a Martha Stewart punch down here, and little fibers on that. And like I said, these are plain. Use some graph paper. This is the Southworth Ivory Linen Resume paper. I believe that's what it's called. And this is some vellum sewing paper. It said vellum on it. I got a roll of it at the thrift store. So I just put that in here to, I don't know, it kind of looks neat and sounds neat. And again, I used my Spellbinders die, and let's see if I can find. And then I stamped it with the vintage photo, and I used this stamp behind it to get the design on there. And I made just a little belly band, so you can stick that in there. And then here's a little heart that I layered some scrapbook paper and some craft paper, scrapbooking paper on the back of it. Well, I covered the back up, but anyway. And then I made a tag. This I used my Cricut, and it's got the 3 layers on there, and some fibers. I used a little bit, not quite as much as I did on the other one. Now I didn't embellish this side, just the ones that were on the first part of the signature. So like I said, I'll probably do some stamping. Well, okay, here we go. This is sort of a double pocket here on the side and on the bottom, and I used little mulberry flowers that I ordered. I think they came from Thailand. And then there's a little skeleton leaf or fossil leaf. I don't know if you can see that. Over here like that. So I put that in there. They can be kind of delicate, so you have to be careful with them. But I think this was the only side that I embellished on this side. And here is just some more of that wrapping paper, and I just tore it, and I did a little masking on here. I don't know if you can see the writing. And this is, oh, I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, it's a die that I used for this. And these are from my Cricut, and this is Spellbinders die. So they were just kind of experiments to see how big and how small I could get them. This is another one of those little, I call them bread tabs, bread tags. It's a Tim Holtz die. And then to cover the staple on this side, I just used some washi tape. And then this was I used an inspiration photo from Pinterest on this, and this was my interpretation of it, and it was really fun to do. It's a double, well, I guess this is like a belly band, and this is a pocket here. So this is plain. I left it, oh, no, it's not. And this is watercolor paper. It says smile on it. So I did do some stamping. And this is all watercolor paper here. And a button, just regular string. This is a ticket die. And then these are little flat back pearls. And this is a butterfly, wooden butterfly button. And then a piece of ribbon up here is kind of stretchy. And let's see, what else did I use on here? I think that's about it. So that was pretty fun to do. And then I did another side pocket over here. This is the butterfly die, the Tim Holtz on the edge die, I think is what they're called. And this turned out kind of cute. It looks kind of like a tree So I just made a little pocket there and some fibers and another little bread tab. I didn't paint these this time, I just left them clear. And a side pocket with some buttons that I tied off, and then some contrasting paper and tags there. And like I said, I will probably make some more tags. I missed a page there, so I'll need to do something with that one. Good thing I looked through this before I sent it off. And here's another bigger tag. It says love on it. And then this is just a little leftover ticket that I had, and some hearts and some fibers, and then I sewed it together with a button down here. So there's lots of room for journaling in here. And that's my personal preference. That's how I like my journals. This says create. And oh, another empty one. Okay, so I guess I'm not quite as done as I thought I was. Which is good that she left it here with me so that I could record it. I need to finish those up. Okay, and these are all for journaling in here. This says Imagine, and it's a side pocket. And again, I just tore it. And we're almost done. Make sure I'm still in the frame here. Now the paper, it says Happy. And I don't think, no, it's not a double pocket. It's just one pocket there. And this is from a different collection, paper collection, but I can't remember which one. But all the rest are either tea-dyed or, in this one I just put a tag on, or the Floral Fair stack. And we're at the center, and just picture this real quick. And then we're at the end, and I put a side pocket here, and then to pick up that I just use my Spellbinders, the largest die, and cut that out, put that there. And then I just made a little doily and a punch using a Stampin' Up! Punch here, and this was behind it is a little doily from Cricut doily, and I can't remember the name of it. I just got it. So that is it in a nutshell. If you're interested in having something similar, I can certainly do it, and just leave a comment below. And I appreciate you watching. Thanks. Bye.